Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.
Ta-da!
Hello and welcome to the Large Marge Truckers Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure podcast. Today, we celebrate our 100th episode.
Enough hang around. We have some very important material to cover.
Pete McBurger-Cheese is an astute trucker who is renowned west of the Mississippi.
Pete McBurger-Cheese? Sounds like my McDonald's order. Wait, hold on. Who wrote this line?
It was me!
Do not harass McBurger-Cheese. He exercises all 8 of the Beatitudes. This makes him the toughest, gnarliest, barliest trucker on the planet, next to Large Marge herself.
First and foremost, Pete is truly poor in spirit, meaning that he expresses humility and a dependency on God. After a long haul, Pete humbles himself and praises the Lord for his great skill.
Or, thank you! I keep telling you guys that I'm not rich. So thank you for finally siding with me. I'm not rich, but I'm not exactly poor either. I guess you could say I'm comfortable.
That's off topic, Devin. We're talking about being poor in spirit, not being poor financially.
Pete McBurger-Cheese always appreciates when he is thanked for his superior service. Another trucker, John Trailer, always responds, "I know, I really am the best," when thanked.
Yeah, John Trailer has the biggest ego in the world. You can see it from miles away! But,
Pete McBurger-Cheese also mourns his sins. After a long haul across the country, Pete will always contemplate his journey and seek confession if he may have sinned mortally.
John Trailer, though, he's a repeat offender of sinning for the same sins. He's always getting pulled over for drinking on the road, and when he asks for forgiveness, he just goes straight back to the alcohol. Pretty sure he's one pullover away from losing his license. Yikes.
Not like you're much better. An example of someone mourning for their sins is Devin. He skips mass on Sundays, throws molten bars of gold at homeless people, and then takes the bars back. And he has a Steve Lava Chicken trademark farm.
La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a stack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
After going to church for the first time in his life, he sees his wrongdoings in life and begins to grieve because of his wrongdoings.
Yep.
McBurger-Cheese is always meek. He always obeys all traffic laws and respects police officers out of respect for authority.
Yeah, so John Trailer is quick to anger and enjoys road rage. Like, he has no respect for cops and has a terrible traffic violation record. How does he still have a license?
Pete is very meek. Despite his huge body and physical muscularness, he is very humble, caring, and kind to everyone. He uses his great strength to help other truckers unload their trucks.
As a trucker, Pete gets very hungry. Both bodily and spiritually, he hungers. Spiritually, Pete hungers and even thirsts for righteousness. Pete McBurger-Cheese sees so much scandal and crime in the trucking
industry
and yearns to fix it.
Water break, ready?
Yeah, that's enough, Austin. You're done.
I know where you live. As a large Sarge trucker, I'm also a very hungry and thirsty fella. But I also strive to live out my trucker ways in a way that is right in God's eyes. Like that one time I accidentally hit one of Trucker Goopy's Porsches. I chose to fess up to my mistake and let him know that I saw who hit his Porsche. But I accidentally forgot to tell him that it was me because of running late to mass.
Pete is also very merciful. He always helps roadside truckers who are stranded. Pete even offered a ride when Large Marge's truck broke down. Pete always helps his arch rival, Large Marge. Pete is extremely pure in heart. Pete confesses his sins and is a gentle man. He is completely true to himself and others. He practices what he preaches without complaining.
McBurger Cheese is such a great peacemaker. Whenever he sees road rage, he uses his trucker radio, trademark, and calms down the other truckers. Pete is truly a peacemaking hero on the highway.
John Trailer, on the other hand, weaves in and out of traffic like the server a second lunch, creating tension on the road.
Pete is often ridiculed for being a gentle giant. Pete McBurger Cheese may come off as a rough and tough trucker, but he is truly a saint. Other truckers often persecute and harass Pete for being Catholic. Pete simply shrugs them off.
Pete knows that God will reward him for his righteousness. Pete often gets a good laugh at some truckers who harass him. Pete knows that he can curl while other truckers bench press.
Bench press? Did someone say bench press? My name is Trucker Devin, in case you forgot. My donkey can just about bench 2,960 ounces. I just googled this. So I actually wanted to tell you guys now that I know that 2,960 ounces is 185 pounds. My donkey likes to bench press every day at the gym, especially when it's not chest day. So just about every day, I bench 2,960 ounces. My donkey can do that too. Which is 185 pounds. The only exception for when my donkey doesn't bench my 2,960 ounces, which is 185 pounds on back or leg day, is when it's not raining outside, sunny outside, or there's weather outside. So yeah, my donkey can only bench 2,960 ounces, which is 185 pounds. I need to be humble about this since that weight just shows how fat I am. Oh, and because I'm trying to be poor in spirit, since I'm not rich or poor. Just comfortable.
We can all learn a lesson from Pete. He is a trucking hero and a role model for us all. Let us keep driving on and on and on, and strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Anyways, life is a highway, and Pete and us will be riding it all night long. And be sure to tell them Large Marge sent you, and only you.
Large Marge sent me.